Hi everyone, this is going to be my first proper YouTube video. If this video does well, I will continue these kinds of videos since I really enjoy making them. Well, let's not waste any more time and now get to the point. In this video, I will be discussing the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus versus the Jurassic World Dominion Rexy. Now, let's get into it. Firstly, we'll have to discuss something before we begin. I'll be mostly using feats and calculations since it's way easier to scale a predator or a dinosaur on strength off of feats and calculations, not statements, since statements can be rather inconsistent. Now that's over with, let's get into it. Firstly, strength. When discussing strength, we have to look into three main factors: jaw strength, body strength, and overall strength. Let's start with jaw strength. This easily goes to Rexy since she has a larger bite force at around 12,000 psi and has thrown multiple opponents like Indom and Giganotosaurus on the ground or has threw them across yards. Example, Indominus was absolutely dominated by Rexy in the first half of the first fight by them. She was being bitten, she was being thrown around, tossed around, until eventually Indominus adapted and knew how to counter it. But in the second fight with Indominus and Rexy absolutely destroyed her. She threw Indom into buildings, onto the floor, used her bites to throw her around and thrash her around like she's a little puppy. She was absolutely dominating her. But you could argue, but what about Spino breaking the neck of Bull? But once again, that's only calced at small building. So, Rexy takes jaw strength. Now, let's go on to arm strength. This is very obvious why Spino has way larger arms, period. Overall strength. Overall strength goes to Rexy because she fended off a huge 10-ton Triceratops with nothing but her feet and her body. They were stalemating, yes, but it was confirmed by DPG that Rexy killed one of the Triceratops, which once again is 10 tons. So this is all canon. While the strongest feat that Spino did was it broke through a rusty metal fence which was calced at around 4 metric tons. So, overall strength goes to Rexy. Now let's go into her size. People really often think that Jurassic Park 3 Spino easily gets size, and I have no idea why. Jurassic Park 3 Spino is 16 feet tall, 43 feet long, and 8 tons heavy. Jurassic World Dominion Rexy is 18 feet tall, 46 feet long, and 9.2 tons. She's bigger, longer, and heavier. So I don't get it why people think Spino is larger, since there's obviously way better statements and feats regarding that Rexy. Jurassic World Dominion is of course larger. Durability. This has been an extremely controversial topic about this debate. Many people have said both answers and have had good reason behind it, but in my opinion, Rexy takes this one also. She took multiple bites from the Indominus, which in mind has been confirmed to be just as strong as Rexy's bites. So yes, you could argue that she started bleeding when Indominus bit her, and yes, that is entirely true. But that's at least way better than being heavily injured by a single long bite from Bull when Rexy from Jurassic World, in fact not as healthy as Jurassic World Dominion, took multiple slashes and bites from an opponent which is basically the strongest apex predator of all time. So, durability goes to Rexy. Experience. Once again, this is so obvious, it shouldn't even be a point, but I have to mention it. Rexy gets experience. She's 34 years old, while Spino's only 23 years old. IQ. This, again, is obviously Rexy. Why? They show both good IQ feats, yes, but there's more statements that regard that Rexy is smarter than Spino. And you might have said previously, yes, but didn't you say feats are better than statements? And yes, that's true. But the directors of Jurassic Park 2 in an interview wanted to make the Spino feel dumb and act dumber, feel dumber than a T-Rex. So that answers that question. Speed. Spino has only to be confirmed to be 27 miles per hour, while Rexy has been confirmed to be 32 miles per hour in Jurassic Park 1, so Rexy take this one again. And you could argue, why, but she's in Dominion now. Maybe Jurassic Park 1 was faster and in Dominion she was slower. Well, that is easily debunked. Why? Because on Dino Tracker we see her in an arch keeping up with the Gallimimus, which in fact is 34 miles per hour, so she's still keeping that good old 32 miles per hour mark. Overall, after examining all the points and going through all the calculation, feats and statements, Rexy absolutely slams the ever hell out of Spino. Low diff, meaning low difficulty. There are just way more proof, way more feats, way more screen time that just conclude that Rexy is just way better of an opponent than Spino will ever be. It's dumber, it's slower, it's not as strong, it's smaller, it's weaker. Why could it ever win this fight? Hey, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for you just sticking around at the end of the video. If you want me to keep up with this long content, please leave a like and subscribe. I would love that. It really helps my channel. But anyway, see ya.